Ja, hallo, hallöchen. How are you guys today? Welcome in on this fine Saturday evening. We're in Italy. I'm still on live weather, but we changed this in the moment. How you doing, guys? How was your day? Was it hot? Was it cold? Or did you drown in rain? How are you doing, guys? Hey, Devil Dude, welcome in. We already saw Limo Kilo Mike. Hello, hello. Then there was an Englewood. Hello, brother from another mother. And Willow, of course. Who gets on my naughty list, buddy? And Asriel, it's been a while. Okay, welcome back. Thank you for that sub. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, guys. Hope your day is going strong. So, there we go. This is off. Now I see this, now I see that. All is well in the realm. So, I would say let's try to start this show. That's a loud bird and a chopper. Is Lima Kilo Mike today Rescue 1?
By the way, in case you're wondering, I'm also here.
It's getting more silent. I don't know why the sky career is such a loud bird nights up.
It's not just the sky.
And good evening.
You know, the lawnmower is the same.
But not
I don't
that
understand
bad.
that. I mean, I already turned down the revolutions as much as I could without killing the engines, but it is a loud bird. It is absolutely loud.
TBM is quiet, yes. Yeah. Black & Decker engine. Yeah. So, yeah. I wanted to change the time of day.
I'm on live weather, but in the morning, and there the weather is fine. So I think.
So we put it to 8 in the morning.
But you have a lot more clouds than I do in live weather.
I'm not on live weather yet. Now I'm on live weather.
Oh yeah, okay.
Ciao, Bella.
Yeah, that looks more like what I have.
So let's pack that in. Here we are. Oh, Kaitak, nice. And how was it? Fun, right? Did you come into Kaitak over the sea or over the city? Which approach did you fly? The approach over the city is absolutely gorgeous. So did I forget anything? No, I don't see any red dangly stuff. Oh. Ooh, you did the city approach. Nice. That's the nice one. On. It is the caravan. Another thing, guys, who will be the one who punches in the first song of tonight? With what song do we take off tonight? This is our route. This is our server. We're in 2024 on Southeast Asian server.
We will be doing both.
One time this,
Sometimes
one time that.
Yeah. But there will be some hairy ones. If not, I would be disappointed.
You can tag along, Willow.
And if it seems too bad for you, just don't land. Just to
Circles.
do a bit of circling, and then no problem.
And if there's carnage, we're not professionals. Nobody cares. Willow. We got a raid. Raid. Herr Nullblick. Herr Nullblick, welcome in. Hello there. What did you do today? I was busy sleeping on the couch. That's why I did not join. I needed a nap. Are you on the other side, guys?
I don't know where Lima Kilo Mike is. I think he's somewhere in the air. And I'm at runway 05.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong one. I'm coming to you.
Which wind-wise actually is the wrong one, but it's only 3 knots. Who cares?
Who?
Oh,
You were
there's a Sally Dev.
hunting.
Yeah.
You were hunting. Where? That
It's interesting.
Chinese map or that one with the tigers?
I assume that Sally Dev also has an airplane. At the moment, I see an avatar with a nameplate.
Okay.
And the avatar is sitting about 2 meters above the runway.
Telekinetics. Who knows? Who knows?
He's doing yoga.
So which map did you hunt, Herr Nullblick?
Ah, now there is an airplane.
So there's Lima Kilo, there's Night Sep, there's Sally Death. So, Willow, will you join us? Or will you join later? About 150 to 200, depending on who's flying it.
You just loaded in.
At 2,
We
3,
don't see you.
we are on
We don't.
2024.
Oh, you're on 2020. That explains. If you want to stay on 2020, I'm on Join FS, so you should at least see me. Kaharia has a problem. She can't do it.
I can't log into the Firefly Air server. It's offline for me and I don't know how to get it online again. Not the first time, but it's annoying. So, what
Ready?
was the key for Shift Delta? Nope.
Azrael, I'm sure it's because of your settings. When you start the flight, you have the flight settings just under your name. And you call those up and you have to make sure that the settings are correct there. All players, custom, that should get you into the multiplayer. And have you got multiplayer allowed in your settings for the sim?
On which setting did you load in?
Multiplayer is allowed, okay. And the actual screen which lets you load into the flight, where you have the flight conditions, what did you choose there? Just under your name, top right corner of your loading screen. You should have, yeah. There's 3 settings you can do there. And one is that you should choose all players. You should put custom for weather. AI, it's up to you. Usually you can switch it off. And if you load in now, you should be fine.
So,
Okay.
okay.
I assume
That
that is
is
Azrael
Azrael.
in not exactly the sort of plane that is fit for today.
So, are we ready, guys?
Yep.
Then let's go. That was a good one, sir. Englewood.
Willow, we were I think it was 05. But we're in the air now.
Yes, was 05.
Yeah, that definitely looks like southern Italy.
Possible, never was there before.
I've never got that far south either. But that's how I imagine it is.
So, is everybody up? There is Solidaf. Lima Kilo Mike is back there. Knights up is in front. And Woola should be with you. Or shouldn't.
What do you mean? Who should be with me?
Willow.
Yeah. This plane is not very fast.
No. The caravan isn't fast.
No, I'm talking about mine.
So,
Yeah, that's nice. That is nice. So this whole mountain range, going up and down the Italian peninsula, in German is called Apennine. I'm not sure, and Italian too, but I'm not sure what it's called in English, if it's just the Pennine like in English in England, or if it's also called the Apennine. I have no idea.
then there's two of us.
But the Pennine, I'm sure, got its name from this,
Yeah, it's pretty.
because it has a similar position going all the way up the English island.
Okay.
Lima Kilo Mike, there's a valley here. First one. Not a long one, but
I have the feeling there
We have
will
to
be
get
more
warmed up.
valleys.
yeah. Oh, shut up.
No.
500, just because I flew over that little pass here. You're pretending to be normal. I wonder how long that will last.
What's normal?
Yes, define normal.
He's in a caravan. That's
Is he?
kinda normal. Yes.
That is sensational. Englewood SR. Yeah. I saw something on Reddit today, Lima Kilo Mike. I wonder if that was you, somebody announcing a website which pulled data from real life aircraft, METAR and stuff, because you were talking about that. So I wonder if that was actually you.
Axolotl is doing some crazy stunts with the F-35. Just don't go
Okay.
too slow, buddy. Not that you fall out of the sky.
Okay, so I'm now
Oh,
doing
nice.
195. That's about what I expected.
Lima Kilo receives weather info from NOAA.
Noah, okay. No, that was a different one. But the guy was saying that he was basically relying on, he couldn't sort of promise that there would be the data for a particular airport because he could only offer that on his website if an actual pilot had required the data, because then he could have received it.
Stop complaining.
Yeah, well, that must have been a different system. Because I'm a total ignoramus when it comes to tube liners. All these acronyms, I still think I know what ATC means, but apart from that, No, it's not.
Why do you want to shut down? Because America? Yeah. Wetterstationen.meteomedia.de. Okay. Oh, Home assistant. Ooh, nice. Do not stall. We don't want to leave stains here. I don't see Willow or his nameplate. There's just one lone plane over there.
I only see
On the map thingy.
Tully Dev, but and then it's you and the Makilo Mike.
Yeah.
At the back. I don't know. And then we have our first landing. Sully Dev, you are at the first landing in that area. And don't complain if there is no tarmac.
Could that lone plane be Willow on my map?
No, I don't think there is a Willow. Somehow.
Yes. Lima India Echo Hotel.
Yeah, it should be just grass. And we should come in on a straight approach if we follow the flight plan. Yeah, it's pretty. I think so too.
Almost like real.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I see it.
Thank you, Daiki. How are you? Welcome in. Nice to see you again. Good choice, Englewood.
Okay. That's how I expected the whole thing to actually be. Lots of poppies here in the field.
Reiki, how is Melanie? Ooh, lazy weekends are the best weekends.
That's how weekends should be.
So, I may not use any flaps for this. Thanks to Willow.
Have fun, because it's not very long.
Okay. Solid F. Oh, no. Don't.
And
Come
don't
on.
kill the poppy.
Yeah. That's the weirdness with the flight sim. No one saw nothing, yeah. She's very hard to break. What? You can tell you're in love with the 208. A perfect match. No. I'm used to tail draggers. I don't know why she keeps on zooming forward, even I did not tell her to.
You're doing greetings to the sun the other way around.
Yes, kinda. Because I don't know why she will not go down from here. She is still on a 1/4 of power, even if I'm on 0% with my throttles.
Yep, same here, same thing. I have a feeling it's the sim. And if you can you get the revs down using your mixture or something like that? Because that's what I'm doing now when I'm trying to not get on everybody's nerves and take my engine condition levels down, which is not a huge difference, but it's a bit into low idle.
No, she isn't rolling, but she's complaining. She's complaining. Shut up. Yeah. I killed the engine. Asriel. Okay, have a nice Saturday. Thanks for flying along.
Okay, bye.
Ow! Yeah. So, are we ready, guys?
Okay.
Pateki, the Cody is even a greater pain in the neck. To say it family friendly. Well, you had a hand for huskies.
Oh, I really like this area. It looks good.
It's pretty, yes.
That little lake over there now.
Above us is a rain air. Yes, she needs constant monitoring, or she'll bite you in the butt. It's Lima Kilo and Grovosaurus playing tag. I think that lake is a damn dam.
Could be.
At least from over here, it looks like.
Yeah, yeah. To the south, the southern
Yes.
end is a dam.
Dam, 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 dam. Oh, a kitten has graced us
Oh,
with her presence. Her Majesty. Oh boy. Keep your toes out of sight. A kitten has the zoomies. Mrs. Kitty has the zoomies. I think my husband will be happy about it. Not. Ah, yes, morning shift. He should sleep at the moment. But if Mrs. Kitty has her zoomies, she likes to jump in full speed into the bed. Like a berserk. Bam! She has about 4 kilograms. 4 to 5 kilograms. That at full speed?
yeah, yeah.
Keeps you definitely awake.
There's an airfield below us soon. We're just passing that.
Well, Englewood She likes to jump onto the cupboard and then back down onto the bed. And mostly she is targeting my husband. He is in the line of jump. There's Lima Kilo information. I think Lima Kilo can fly everything information. And if it's a paper plane. Oh, that's the one we're passing, Lima India Hotel Alpha.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a bit too short a jump after the last one.
You're trying to land on my wing? Oh.
There's lots and lots of helicopter landing sites here. When you look at the sim VFR map, it's full of circles.
Got some turbulences. It rolls off the mountains.
Yeah, could be.
Lima Kilo looking good.
Plenty of bridges down there.
Ooh, fancy.
Jesus.
Bridges are there to go under.
Yeah, but there is one here that looks so complicated. I don't think you'll manage that.
We will see. You're over at Isernia, aren't you?
Yeah. There is one that looks a little bit more flyable here. Oh, shut up.
No.
500. That's a bridge, mate.
Terrain, terrain. Whoop, 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 whoop. Pull up, pull up.
Okay. Yes. This bridge is nasty because it has two different altitudes.
So the bridge one, basically.
The bridge one, yeah.
Okay.
It's an interesting looking thing. It has a step in the middle, and the cars are actually falling down.
Okay. Terrain, terrain. What's up, sweetheart? You could lay onto your cat tree, be a good kitty. Yes, sweetheart. Show your face in the camera. No. Kitty says meow.
No, okay.
What's up, sweetheart? So you're circling
Next.
over the bridge? Or where are you?
No, I've already
Ah,
recovered. You see that round thing? That's the one that I didn't want to risk. But a bit further on, there is another one that looks harmless. But I'm already aiming for the next
medic,
bridge.
medic. We need a medic. The Lima Kilo is in the woods.
Okay. And I'm already aiming for the next bridge.
Ooh.
That should work. Yes. This one did work. That's right on our flight path, so you should all see it.
With a proper plane, this would have worked. You sure? Are you sure about that? Be careful, the caravan has feelings. She will tell you. So. Where's that bridge?
There's a
Ah,
waypoint right next to it.
there.
Yeah. Nice
She
one.
complained. She said, pull
500
up.
or what? Pull up, okay.
Ooh. And careful, there are juggle sticks in the valley afterwards. Yeah, this is pretty. I wonder if this could be a fortress or something.
It's usually that the villages are built like that. They're always on top of the hills. That's because in the wild old days, that was easier to defend.
Yeah.
And today, many of them are abandoned. There's hardly anyone living there because you're so far away from everything.
But nobody flew through that bridge. I turned back extra for having a look.
Well, all I can say is warm douche. No. Oh, we have another Lima Kilo mic. Okay.
Hello, Lima Kilo's brother. In the 339er. At least he is not called Hans Klaus.
I like this. I could easily have a holiday here. Something tells me that the food is probably quite edible too.
Yeah. Possible. That will be surely someday on my list.
Yeah. But not in summer. It will be hellishly hot in summer. But do that in late summer. That's different.
Why? Do I see Lima Kilo not as a 339er? I have the 339er.
That's the old question.
Hello, nice to meet you. Wait, what? Yeah, I don't see you as a 339 outrageous scandal. I know. I'm sorry. Can you forgive me this one more time? I don't know. Well, I have the 339 over the store, so it should not matter. And it did not
No, it shouldn't.
show me. Hey, update me, please. In 2024. Well, this region is definitely another region we have to visit with the motorhome.
And we're not actually very far away from Rome.
Who wants to see Rome?
No, but it's interesting. And just to give you an idea where we are,
Yeah.
if you sort of go straight to the coast from here, you more or less pass Rome. Yeah, this is the hinterland of Rome.
I like it. I think they're just too excessive trees on the mountains.
Yeah.
It's quite beautiful here.
This is the area, district is called Lazio. And if you are a wine drinker,
No.
that's a bit of a secret tip at the moment. The wines from here are quite good, but
Okay.
nobody knows the region very well, so you can pick them up at a reasonable price.
Okay. What kind of wine?
Red wine, mostly.
Dessert wine or
Mm-hmm.
the sour bunch?
Not sour, come on. I twisted the flight plan so we should come in with a proper alignment.
I'm going 164, so I'm quite slow.
Yeah. 170.
And Nightsub, speaking about motorhomes, the brand Ahorn, where we will get our motorhome from, is already showing bits and pieces of the new collection. And there will be a new Renault Master chassis. And that looks good. That has quite a touch of design on it.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I hope
if you find a picture online, you have to send me one.
Will do. The other stuff will be so one day this, one day that.
Yeah.
Then they have a timer on their homepage with a countdown.
Yeah.
How many days to the new models? We had 86 days. So I'm quite curious. But they already said they will have 2 or 3 Alcoven model variants.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we save.
No. So let's see if I did this right. There has to be a runway.
A runaway.
Yeah. And this one actually is tarmacked.
You. Boring.
But I have to find it first. Where are you?
Run away.
Your photo there. Okay. There's at least 2 restaurants here, so I'll probably be having some food while I'm waiting for you.
Okay. Well, you
there
could
it is.
you could order me some carbonara for
Yep.
take and go.
$500.
You sure? Careful, Lima Kilo, not that you get too slow and stall. Oh, sorry, Lima Kilo's brother. And behind that mountain, is such a nice valley. Could have gone
I
through
can't
that.
believe it. There is a tree here that actually stops my plane.
Oh, congratulations! You found the
really
tree. It flies perfectly level. Oh boy.
What's
Your
the
brother, on
problem?
the other hand, flies only boring planes. What's a boring plane? And now imagine you say, this plane is boring, that plane is boring. And you come back into the hangar and the plane stands still. Somebody tired?
Yes. I have a problem here. I'm struggling with my throttle.
Okay.
Okay. You know, it has this setting. Yeah. It's that Thrustmaster Boeing throttle, which has this setting that it stops at the reverse point.
Okay.
But yes, no. But there is a way you can disable that so it uses the full range, which I finally managed to do.
Congratulations.
Now, let's reverse away from that tree.
But you have the Boeing Thrustmaster throttle.
Yeah.
Couldn't you lie the reverser on that thing which is actually used for in the airliners?
I tried that, but it doesn't work as well as that. I just assigned it to. There is a red button at the side of the throttle
Okay.
where I have my thumb when I.
Yeah, that's the takeoff go around button.
Yeah, and that button gives me my reverse.
No, stupid means not takeoff go around. That's auto throttle button.
Yeah, I use that for reverse. And this way I have the full range for my normal throttle. Otherwise, you know, when you use that as it is actually meant to be used, you actually limit the range of your throttle.
Sweetheart, what are you doing? Oh boy.
Interesting, but be careful, as there is at least one tree that will stop you.
Yay.
You see that little tree at the back there?
Yes.
That's the one that my plane couldn't go over it.
I'm standing on both brakes and she will go forward.
Yeah, better put some distance between our planes.
Thank you.
So, is everyone ready?
Nope.
Nope? Okay. Then I'll go into the Ristorante Panorama. Have something to eat.
If I try to put you down with a mixture, that you would not go so high in idle.
Yeah.
She says no. That's why I have to restart her ride at the moment.
Oh, she just stops.
Yes.
Oh.
Does not like that at all. Where's the Lima Kilo?
be it?
What is the current runway? The map is not showing tags anymore. We are at 26.
Right, 26.
At Lima, India, Foxtrot, Papa.
Oh, and there is a real looking castle to our right. I don't know whether you can see that, but when you look to your, let's say, 2 o'clock
Yes.
towards the mountain,
Yeah.
there is a town, and at the top of the town there is a big castle.
Oh, yes. There.
Yeah, that's the one.
Celano. Castello de Piccolomini.
Oh, I got a little red bully in front of me.
A riddle. Little bird. So, are we ready?
Yep.
And here we go.
Off we go. Come on, bully. I wonder if bully is nervous.
So, here we go again. Oh, that's also a nice village. Come on. Let me trim you, little Cessna. Good Cessna. Nice Cessna. got a wingman.
Why is Lima Kilo Mike's nameplate trembling like that?
I don't know.
It's really funny.
Caffeine jitters? Caffeine
Yeah.
jitters?
That's what it looks like.
That would be...
But it's not Join FS, is it?
Whee! Whee! Whee!
Yeah, I see that plane actually in its real model. Got a big, bright Red Bull livery on it.
Well, for me, here's a little bonanza.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is where we turn a corner.
I'm trying out new things. Some people say I'm only flying the 339er. Well, what shall I say? I have also just some planes I fly the most. There's so many great planes out there, but so few time.
No.
Ooh.
Yeah, the speed is now working in both sims. It had an update, and ever since then, the sound issue was gone.
But it's also tamed.
Yeah, it's not as crazy as it used to be,
But that's
which fine
boring.
with me. But Akaria finds it boring.
I like my Spitty bitchy like she is. Then you need DCS. She's uncontrollable there. Well, I just can't use it in certain limitations. Since a stick would be better for a Spitty. I'm just with an airliner yoke here. Oh, that was a nice bridge.
We can do a touch and go on this airport here. I mean, I just thought we'd fly past it, but since it's quite nicely on our flight path, why not?
You can also do a blast by.
No, it looks like a civilized runway, so the touch and go shouldn't be a
Ew.
problem.
A civilized runway. Does it have tarmac?
It does
How
indeed.
posh. How boring. Exactly, Engelbert. Tarmac. Ugh. I see it.
It even has a tower.
That airport has even poppies.
How decadent.
And on such an airport, you want us to do a touch and go. Nightsap, what shall we do with
Well,
you?
it's only because it was immediately under our flight path.
It looks like Limakilo is standing in the air.
Yeah.
How? I found my house. That one up on the
Okay.
hill. That here.
Uh-huh.
That's mine. We could do a barbecue party up there without being bothered by other people. Yay!
This is interesting. Highly interesting. If you don't follow the magenta line, but go a little bit to the right, you come to a lake, which is much higher than the surrounding area,
Okay.
which is interesting.
I would call it glitch.
I think there is a, it's either a volcanic lake or it's a dam, but it could well be volcanic. And something's giving my sim status.
That did not look healthy. Lima Kilo. Do we need a medic? Nothing to see here. Well, I saw something. But not sure what I saw. Or how was it? That are not the droids you're looking for?
You're not even seeing the lake
Nope.
from your altitude because you're actually lower than the lake is.
Ah, over there. Yeah, I see it. You think that's volcanic?
Could be. I mean, in this formation there are
There's a dam.
volcanoes every now and again. What do you see a dam?
Yeah, on the other
Okay.
side, there's a dam.
Yeah.
Lago di Scandarello.
Never heard of it.
Me neither.
Nice.
San Giorgio, San Bernardetto. It's around that lake. That cute little lake over there.
Mm-hmm.
Monte Rosso. So that's Monte Rosso.
Okay.
That hilltop.
Doesn't look very red from here, but maybe in the evening.
Maybe. Or couldn't they decide what to name it? So, yeah,
Yeah.
let's take that. There's also a Monte Rota? Monte Rota?
That I don't know the translation.
Monte Prato?
That
Laghetto?
Prato is the meadow, the field.
Okay. That's Monte Prato.
Uh-huh.
There's also Monte Oro over there.
Oro is gold.
Monte della Croce.
Croce. That's the Mountain of the Cross.
Ah. Civita. Down there.
I'm looking for an airfield at the
Hope
moment.
you find it.
Somewhere. Oh, stall. I don't want stall. I want an airfield. Complaining bird. Oh, I see it. Oh, that's a nice position. I like that. It's tarmac, but I like the placement of it.
Okay. Another
I
posh
don't
one.
think it's
My plane is
yeah,
complaining.
Not very posh. And definitely not one to overshoot.
Okay. Swim or bye-bye.
It's more... Yeah, I'm about to overshoot it, so I can tell you what will happen.
I think bye-bye.
Yep. There is a valley behind it. And I just managed to avoid a stall. At least at the moment.
So this is a Carnage Airport, Campo di Volo Santa Rita.
Yeah.
Campo di
This
Volo
is-
Santa Rita. Okay.
Campo di Volo is always something to be careful, because that's they are the very small ones.
Ah, I see it at least.
Okay, Sally Dev is already there. And I will now make my second attempt.
And there has to be a house on approach.
That's mandatory.
Uh-oh. There are moo-moos on the field.
Okay. Makes sense.
Don't tip over! Ah, why not again? I need to learn to ground handle that one.
Dead.
I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Have a good night, Englewood, brother from another mother.
Good night.
Yeah, see you later, buddy.
That's a. What's the?
That's a good.
What is the matter? There's another tree that blocks my plane.
Clear direct to Sleepland. Withhold at Bravo Echo Delta. Using the bathroom and loo approach. Have a good night, buddy. See you later.
stuck in the trees.
Even
That's
with the
never
Yankee
happened
key?
before. Well, the Yankee key always gets me out, but I mean, normally, why do you have a problem when you are in trees? That's new. Normally, you can just taxi through trees.
Normally. But
Yeah, you can't anymore. You can't anymore. Have they changed that? I wonder.
well,
Can you give it a try? Just try and taxi through some of those trees here. See if that works. Because I can't anymore.
let's mow. Nope.
Look at me. Puff. That is new.
Nom 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 nom. Tree nom 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 nom.
That is new.
Come on, back off.
So they must have collision boxes.
Yeah, Sally Def. Yeah, they made trees harder in 24.
I think that is probably because the squirrels were lobbying Microsoft.
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe they paid some X to... where's your plane, Solidaf?
Yeah, sometimes his plane disappears. He had that right at the beginning.
Okay. Maybe this was paid Microsoft some X for developing.
Yes.
So, are we ready?
I think so.
Or bite somebody in the tail? Well... Ah, you think the plane doesn't render when you're in the menu. Okay.
But the funny thing
Hey,
is that your
Makilo.
avatar
Shoo!
is still there. Shit.
Somebody clip that,
You
please.
You can't do that anymore.
Somebody clip that, please.
I'm so used to that. If your runway is too short, just go into the trees. Nope.
Da lobe ich mir die Karawan. And up we are. This is a pretty view. That's a real pretty view.
It is really nice here.
Looks like a solar farm down there.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
I want to say hello to this village up there.
But this is funny though. Why would they put that in the valley?
Uh,
Should, I mean, they would get more sun if they put it on top of the hills, surely.
who knows? One thing that I could think about is that it is better reachable
That might be the case, yeah.
because there's a road. If they would put it on the hill or on the slope, how do they get there?
Yeah. I don't know.
And if it's on a hill or a slope, it can come down. If it's already on the level piece, it can't go down anymore. You know what I mean? Like a mudslide, landslide or something?
I don't know. Maybe it was a Klärwerk. Who knows?
Thank you, Sally Dev.
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh, that's pretty. And we
You know the old saying, with friends like that, who needs enemies? Oh.
well, we also have the link in the flight following section that yeah, it won't be forgotten.
Isn't that just perfect?
Yes, definitely. That was such a nice cartwheel. That cannot be forgotten.
Yeah, that was like that. Was it Newsfan landing the jumbo at Burr?
Cartwheel?
Doing this spectacular. And Burr, I recently landed at Burr in 2024, but unfortunately, that news in the new sim, the whole scenery that Jefferson made
Yeah.
is on a higher level than the surrounding.
Yeah.
So it makes it very difficult if you have to come in basically above ground to then just hit the runway. It's very tricky.
Nice. Burr Airfield is on my list. On my to-visit list in real life. And we have our tour around Ireland. It will take some years still. because of planning. Getting enough days together for having extra long off.
Yeah.
Getting on the island of Ireland, I think, will take about 2 days. Both ways. Well, there
That's quite expensive.
and back again. Yeah. Well, 3 people and alcoven and a kitty with a cabin was last time I looked about that $1,200 there and back again. But you'll also some hours at sea.
Oh yeah, you basically one day, one night, and then the next morning you get there. I mean, you could save money by going through England, but because they now
Who wants
have all
that?
these regulations, especially with a kitty and things like that, it just doesn't make sense.
Who wants
It used to be
that?
quite easy to take Calais over and then drive over to the other side and somewhere near Liverpool take the ferry over, which also would be a short and cheap one. But yeah, that doesn't make sense now.
Yeah, the kitty's paperwork needs to be done even when you go over to Ireland. She needs to be chipped and registered and
Yeah.
get her own passport. A kitty passport.
Yeah, that's because this is the stupid thing. There is actually an open border to the UK and Ireland. I mean, if you decided to drive up to Northern Ireland, you wouldn't have to go through any border control. And then from Northern Ireland, you can take a ferry over to England without any border control either. So you could actually get into England that way without any custom controls. That's why they are careful even when you go to the Republic.
Well, it needs some preparation for Ireland.
There is a ferry somewhere on the channel. I don't know exactly which port, but it's somewhere where you also get a ferry over to England.
Mm-hmm.
It's Calais or some other place like
Roscoe?
that. No, Roscoe is too far. Roscoe is in Brittany. There is a shorter distance to the ferry.
And
There is one from I don't know, is it Dunkirk or is it Calais or somewhere in that area?
from Kirk to where?
To Ireland, to what's the name of the port? Is it Rosslare or something like that?
There is a ferry to Cork, to Roslar,
Yeah.
and Dublin. Direct.
Yeah. But as I say, the shortest ferry
Skark,
port
I think.
to drive to from here is I think it's Dunkirk. And then from there you're on the ship.
Oh, Bumpy! Alimakilo, what happened?
Ooh. Talk. No?
No, he saved it.
No?
He saved it like a pro.
Yeah, there is another interesting airport coming up. Non-tarmacy.
Shall we be afraid?
I think so. Looks that way to me. That's why I picked it. And I think after that, it's just Rimini.
It's nice here. Must be pretty peaceful up here.
Yep, I don't think there's much going on here.
$500.
So you do also have a day off on Monday?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
It's at home, but I
Yeah.
got so much to do.
Yeah, but it's better than work anyway.
Yes. Definitely.
Now, let's have a look here.
It's not a lazy day.
Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. Sally Dev has found it already. It's just green.
Okay. Whoa, that was a blast. From the side.
No? Not doing it. And since I now know what the trees will do to me, if this guy doesn't stop shouting stall any second now, I'm going to kill him. Finally.
With runway to spare.
I wouldn't say to spare, actually. But I killed my engines.
Did you want to jump in, Sally Duff?
Dear plane, my plane doesn't understand this thing with the trees yet. No, they are not your friends anymore. I'm sorry.
Du kommst da nicht dran. Du kommst da nicht dran. So, I see you won against the plane.
Yeah, at the moment. I'm not sure how long that will last. Now this is the last leg now. It
Yeah.
takes us into
Rimini.
first to the coast, and then just along the coast a little bit.
Yay! Kamikaze! Monte Colomeo.
Oh, shut up.
No.
Imagine you have an alarm clock at home that wakes you up with 500.
I have a kitty.
That's true.
Wow.
You just didn't say. I'm glad I'm not the only one then.
Oopsie. Could that be castles down there?
Could be.
They look suspicious. Oh, those serpentines. What do they do in winter?
There will not be a lot of snow here, if any.
But why not?
Because we're quite far south.
Can you remember when we landed at the mountaintop with the Spitty before the feature with the broken propeller came into the sim?
Yeah. Yep.
That was fun. Wouldn't try it anymore, but was fun.
No, it would be quite expensive propeller-wise.
Ooh, almost made a mistake.
Oopsie.
Yeah, could have ended in oopsie. I wanted to check my fuel and push the flow button. But the flow button is in 2024 my reverse thrust button. Guess what?
Stall. Yes.
Almost.
I can see that happening.
I just heard when the engine throttled back. There's a, oops. There is something not doing right. Beta dive. Stop complaining. Le beep 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 beep.
It's just to keep you awake.
No, I'm too fast. Beep 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 beep.
Yeah.
Le beep. As a speed warning, I like the stick shaker from the Boeing better. It just rattles. Sounds like a machine gun. Do 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 do. Ooh, Proud Mary. There's also a version from Ike and Tina from Proud Mary. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the one that made it famous.
I have an album, the best 100 songs of certain years. There are the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, and so on. I was playing them on the campsite over our Bluetooth speaker. And
Yeah.
somehow the 80s were bad after hell and so on was in the album. People
Hmm.
started listening to us, to our music, and not just as an annoyance, somebody's playing music a bit louder, but could you turn it up a notch? Yeah, we
Oh,
can.
that's good. That's nice.
If anybody needs a decent sound box, like Bluetooth speaker,
Yeah.
there is the sound box, but the box is not written with Bravo Oscar X-ray, Echo
Hmm.
Sierra, but Bravo Oscar Kilo Sierra
Ah, yeah.
box.
Okay.
Sound box, the sound box Go is pretty loud. Loud enough if you do not do concerts. Like you are the one who's playing and you need the oots power behind them. So the Soundbox Go is pretty nice. And one big feature I find this box has is you can deplug or unplug the battery. And if it's done, like gone over time, you can buy a new battery over their
Ah,
store,
ah,
put it
that's
back
good.
in, and you
That's
have still your box. Good evening, Ian Fisher. Welcome in. I had
uh,
several Bluetooth boxes, and they all died the death of a
of the
dead
battery.
battery.
Yeah.
And they weren't
By the
cheap.
way, there's. I'm just sorry. There's another airfield coming up. I
Okay.
forgot about that one. Yeah.
Did you bury it deep in your mind?
Yeah, I did. I think Sally Dev has found it already.
Yeah. But the soundbox
Yeah, I mean, I like
systems.
that idea. I mean, there's so many things like tablets and smartphones and so on, where it just would be so much better if you could simply change the batteries.
Yeah, it was a time where you could do that, but they stopped it.
That's stupid.
Yes and no. If the cover, well, the cover of the phone is detachable, and for instance, a manufacturer says, okay, my phone is IP standard 68, waterproof, and the cover is not quite on, who would pay that
Okay,
if it
okay.
gets wet? So they
But on the
need.
other hand, you simply say, okay, as soon as somebody touches that, that sort of warranty doesn't exist anymore. Then it's up to you.
I did not touch anything. I just put my SIM card in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
SIM cards are most of the time underneath the
Yeah.
battery. So you do not have any choice. You need to open it.
No, in that case, it's stupid because everybody has to put in a SIM card.
Yeah. But if you just have a small little slot, can't go so much wrong, then you have a full back cover. What you need
Yeah.
to.
Okay, okay, okay. Will she make it?
Yes, yes. She made it.
Ah.
Hey, buonasera.
Hello,
Martel, how you
Marcel.
doing? Welcome.
Yes, Seb is doing a lot of Sebs today. That has one of the things that's responsible for it is that this machine I cannot throttle back enough. She's just too fast when I land. And even when I go into reverse, it takes ages to slow her down.
Yeah, you're the same. That's why I don't care about it anymore. What part of the boot is this?
It's quite high up the leg actually. We're not in the boot. Well, or we are in the around the knee maybe. We are
Floating stones.
heading towards Rimini, if you know where that is. That's our next airport.
Nibble, nibble, nibble.
Yeah, okay. Just.
We are at the back of the thigh. On the tight length boots. Just nestling under the buttock. Aha, ja, nee, ist klar. Solid F. Oh, I like that one. Adriano Celentano. Okay.
Una festa sui prati. Yeah.
Stop complaining, sweetheart.
Yep.
Martel, I guess that is the guy who put the video on YouTube.
Yeah. You get these sort of really obscure names, but that's Just the posters. Okay, coast inside, beach inside, airport inside, everything inside.
Here's the Queen Elizabeth. Le boat.
Okay.
Contiki. Amerigo. Here's a Moby Dick.
Moby Dick. Yeah, I switched that off for this flight.
Bisou.
Izu.
Is that not-
Christian.
Yeah. Back there was also a Falco. So, do you got all your beach towels? Throw them on approach that you have your place on the beach afterwards. Celeste. Celeste is moon.
No, heavenly Celeste.
Okay. Luna is Mond. Luna is moon.
Yeah. But these are all small private yachts. No, at least I have no problem with trees here.
You want to do next?
That's the song to end the flight with.
My plane is dirty.
Yes. I never really checked mine. Mine is difficult to tell because it's white. Yeah, but it's also dirty. Yeah.
There's a rhino on the tarmac. Are you standing somewhere in the grass? What's up?
Yep, in front of the tower.
So, stop! Come on, that's the. Ah! Why can't you stop, lady? So, let's try this again. She's so hard to ground handle. Stop now. Oh boy. Annoying. Mail. Mail Spion. Good evening. Bonjour. Comment ça va? What? Sorry, I do not speak Italian. That neither.
Lima my explain is circling the tower.
Yeah, I saw that. Till it gets green.
Yes. I'm sure I already.
If it changes color, we know why.
I'm sure I already saw someone throwing a bag out of the window. So.
Well, I think we made it.
Yes.
Our planes are still, in one piece. We have some dents, okay, but, well, we're still in one piece.
Yeah, some trees have some dents.
Some are trimmed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I must say, I was quite pleased with the way it actually looked in the sim, this flight. I mean, it was not easy to say from just looking at the map if it was fine.
Yeah.
But I was happy with the scenery was nice. I liked that. It was good.
You chose a nice route. Thank you. And also
I'm
those
very pleased with that.
also those nice airports.
Yeah. But this
Carnage
is
Fest.
if you look for carnage in Italy, it's these areo superficie that you have to look out for.
Okay.
They are the nasty ones.
Okay.
They're usually just run by a local aero club or whatever, and they can be very, very basic and in some really remote places. Okay,
I cheat.
I'm happy.
So Lima Kilo Mike approved. Well, that says a lot, Nights Up.
Yep.
You did well. So I wanted to pack out my cam. I want to put that out. Then get out of this plane.
I still can't do the camp out in 24.
Why?
It opens up, I place a tent,
Okay.
but it doesn't actually place it on the ground in the sim.
Okay. That's weird. Really weird. So, where does your plane go, Solidef? Ooh, she's a little runaway.
This is funny.
The real meaning of runaway plane.
I thought they fixed that. I'm sure that with the last update there was a note saying that they fixed it.
If you forget to set the parking brake,
Yeah.
can you fiddle your plane between Nightsup and me? It left without you. Sniff. I think Lima Kilo goes to the coffee. Where is the Sally dog? Still running after his plane?
Probably went to the beach in the plane.
Good choice.
Yeah, I just saw his plane crash against the hangar. It crashes against the hangar twice. Interesting. I think you have to have a word with your plane, Solidev. There is something not right.
Something is wrong with the plane. Or it has a very strong personality.
Yes, all that.
Probably hard-headed like a kitty. Yay! There we go. You're sitting on the lines of the tent. That looks weird. So Lidef is floating
Yeah, that's for me too. Both the plane and the avatar.
Okay, I got my pictures.
Okay.
Thank you for flying along, guys. It was fun. It was really fun. Even with the oopsies.
Oh yes, especially with the oopsies. That always makes it more fun.
Yeah, would be boring otherwise. Tomorrow and nights, I would say tomorrow is the boring part. We're out with the tube liners. And this will also be pretty interesting. We get some nice airports ahead, but I won't tell you. So stay tuned. Join us on 1200 Zulu tomorrow with the tubes in Flight Sim 2020. Have a good night, guys. We're signing out. Cleared to Dreamland with a hold at Bad via Loo and Sink. Yes, Sally Dev, we do that. Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Good night.
See you tomorrow. Where's my button? Where's the button? There it is.